In the main study of an exclusive private school in New York's Westchester County, a strange silent man sits motionless, brooding, alone with his indescribable thoughts. Finally, his meditation comes to an end. Then, while he remains completely motionless, a sharp, commanding thought rings out, echoing through the great halls of the building. Attention, X-Men. This is Professor Xavier calling. Repeat, this is Professor X calling. You are ordered to appear at once. Class is now in session. Tardiness will be punished. Never, within the memory of man, was there a class such as this. Never was there such a teacher, such as Professor X. And never were there students such as the X-Men. The Angel reporting, sir. Cyclops present and accounted for, sir. Iceman right on schedule, sir. The Beast is here, sir. And now, prepare yourself for one of the most exciting reading experiences of your life, for you are about to enter the fascinating, unpredictable world of the X-Men. Come on, Angel. Let's tilt the professor's chair back and make it more comfortable. With pleasure, Cyclops, old man. I want the professor comfortable while he puts us through our paces. Hey, Beast, come here. I want to show you a new stunt I learned with my frosting power. Let go of my arm, you blasted walking icicle. You want me to freeze to death? Brr. I don't mind ice cubes, but I like them in a Coke, not tickling my arm. With all your superpowers, you guys are a bunch of softies. Can't even stand a refreshing dose of freezing ice cubes. Softies, are we? Just wait till my arm thaws out. I'll make you eat those words, little fella. Yeah, you and one army. Hold it, lads. No fighting during class, remember? Thank you, Angel. And now it's time to begin your lessons. The Beast will be first. Prepare to operate his training machine, Cyclops. Yes, sir, Professor. Everything is ready. Allow me to congratulate all of you. You have received my thoughts perfectly. Soon there will be no need for me to speak aloud to you at all. And now, Beast, grab the taunt wire above you with your toes. You have exactly a second and a half. Go. I can do this in my sleep by now. Excellent. Now spin around. Faster. Faster. Pretend an enemy is shooting at you. You must make yourself an impossible target. And now, at my command, release yourself from the taunt wire and execute maneuver G. You have exactly 3 seconds. Go. 3 seconds exactly. Well done, Beast. Now for your balance drill. Steady, steady. Slacken the tension, Cyclops. Good. Now as the rod begins to sag, maintain your balance on one finger. Hold it. Hold it. Too fast. You're swaying too much. Recover. Quickly. Now land on your feet before the rod snaps back. Careful. Careful. Whew! How'd I do, sir? You'll receive your grade tomorrow. All right, Angel. It's your turn. Are you receiving my thoughts clearly? Good. Now be sharp. Today we test your wing reflex. You dare not make a mistake. Mistakes are for Homo sapiens, sir, not for the Angel. Don't be overconfident, Angel. You almost singed your wing on the unexpected flame jet. You're right, sir. I'll do better next time. Good. You avoided the second obstacle with seconds to spare. Now I'm getting warmed up. First time I ever flew the spanner without a slip. What's this? I warned you against overconfidence. This sudden sound concussion is to test your survival ability. You must not fall to the ground. Hold on, Angel. Flap your wings. Keep flapping. Don't stop. You can do it, boy. You mustn't fall. That was a close one, sir, but I think I'm all right now. Yes, you're beginning to master the hovering maneuver. It may someday save your life. That will be all now. Professor, when are you going to stop taking it easy with me? Just because I'm a couple years younger than the others, how am I ever going to graduate at this rate? Some things cannot be rushed, Iceman. You may have 5 minutes of free play, doing what you wish. Well, he was going to treat me like a kid. I'll act like a kid. I'll need a carrot and some buttons. At least I'll get a few laughs out of this. Iceman forgets I can read his thoughts clearly. Beast, stand ready. We will test his reflexes within 10 seconds. Ta-ta-ta-ta! Look at me! I'm a snowman! I'm going to stand on somebody's lawn if I don't get something to do around here pretty soon. He's completely off guard. Now, Beast, hurl that ball. Watch yourself, Iceman. This thing is no soap bubble. Hot diggity, a test for me at last. Okay, I'll just form a little ice shield out of my frozen breath, and then right back at you, partner. Good work, Iceman. Your reflexes are astonishing for a 16-year-old. Right in the old pocket, kid. Hey, maybe we'll challenge the Harlem Globetrotters someday, eh? Silence, beast. The lesson is not yet over. Cyclops is still to be tested. Look, you two clowns, be more careful next time. That bowling ball just missed the professor by a whisker. That kind of horseplay isn't funny. Quick grandstand in Cyclops? We know what we were doing, and the prof knows we don't want him to get hurt any more than you do. Cyclops, attention. This is your test. Assume the Beast and Iceman are your enemies. Put them out of action without causing serious injury. As you say, sir. Slowly, silently, Cyclops adjusts the small lever at the side of his head shield. And as he does, his eye visor opens wider and wider until you're the oldest beast, so you're first. Yeah! Hey, turn down that blasted visor of yours, will you? You almost knocked me clear through the wall. Sorry, Beast. I just wanted to show the professor what I can do. And now for the Iceman. You're wasting your time, Junior. That ice cube shield can't block out my energy ray. Maybe not, but it'll sure slow it down a lot. Hey, that's not fair. You're opening that cotton pick and visor of yours wider. Iceman, for the kind of career we're training for, there's no such word as fair. Now protect yourself. My energy beam is smashing through. This is one day I should have stood in bed. Okay, turn that blame beam off, will ya? Angel, Beast, join Iceman. Try to subdue Cyclops. Thanks, Prof. I can use a little help. It is not for your sake alone, lad. A few minutes of roughhouse is good for all of you, to help you let off steam. Then suddenly, minutes later, a sharp commanding thought pierces the brain of each of the four rampaging youths. Enough! The lesson is over. We must turn our energies to different matters. Return to your places at once. Stunned by the force and explosive power of Professor Xavier's mental command, the X-Men recoil and draw back, their friendly free-for-all completely forgotten. Phew, he almost bowled me over with that one. Let's simmer down and see what happens next. I congratulate you all. You have mastered reading my thoughts perfectly, and now I shall return to normal speech communication. You may be interested to learn at this very moment I sense a taxi approaching our main gate. Within that vehicle is a new pupil, a most attractive young lady. You're right, sir. Wow, she's a real living doll. A redhead. Look at that face. And the rest of her. All of a sudden, I'm in no hurry to graduate from this place. A girl? Big deal. I'm glad I'm not a wolf like you guys. I'm glad too. Who needs the extra competition from Iceman? I wonder what superhuman power she possesses. She looks normal enough. Well, let's go in and change, so we don't scare her when she first sees us. Come in, my child. I am Professor Xavier. I am glad you received my message. It all seems so strange, Professor, and so mysterious. I was to tell no one but my parents that I'm coming here, and you didn't describe the course of study. What kind of school is this, sir? I have a right to know. I think you already suspect, Miss Gray. You see, I can read your thoughts quite clearly, and I know all about your unusual talent. You, Miss Gray, like the other four students at this most exclusive school, are a mutant. You possess extra power, one which ordinary humans do not. That is why I call my students X-Men, for extra power. And here they are now. Allow me to present them to you. From left to right, we have Hank McCoy, known to us as the Beast, Bobby Drake, nicknamed Iceman, Slim Summers, our human Cyclops, and Warren Worthington III, who is called the Angel. Boys, this is Miss Jean Grey. She would be known as Marvel Girl. Welcome to the X-Men, Miss Grey. How come he's calling you Marvel Girl, Miss Grey? What power do you have? She has one very obvious power. The power to make a man's heart beat faster. You know something, Warren? If I had your mind, I'd shoot myself. You'll learn more about me, boys, in time. Well, no time like the present. Come on, Slim. Bring the little lady a chair. Hank, I bring her the whole room of furniture if she asks me. That's not really necessary, Slim. The chair! It slid out of my hands. Yo! Holy smoke! What's going on? Don't be alarmed, boys. I just thought I'd save you the trouble. Now then, Professor, I believe we can continue our interview. As you were saying. I don't get it, sir. What happened to that moving chair? Perhaps you better demonstrate a bit more, Jean. Very well, sir. All my life I had to conceal this power of mine. Now I must admit it's a pleasure to be able to practice telekinesis openly without fear of being discovered. Observe the book. By the power of thought, I'm able to move objects at will. But it gets boring after a while, so I'll return the book. Like this. Thank you, Gene. And now let me tell you more about my school. I was born of parents who had worked on the first A-bomb project. Like yourselves, I am a mutant. Possibly the first. Such mutant. I have the power to read minds and to project my own thoughts into the brains of others. But when I was young, normal people feared me, distrusted me. I realized that the human race is not yet ready to accept those with extra powers, so I decided to build a haven, a school for X-Men. Here we stay, unsuspected by normal humans, as we learn to use our powers for the benefit of mankind, to help those who would distrust us if they knew of our existence. Due to a childhood accident, I myself must remain in this chair, but through a master control panel, I have many devices at my command, and through my mind, I'm always in touch with the X-Men. And now, I leave you to get to know each other better. First, let me be the first to welcome you to the X-Men, beautiful. Oh, Hank, take your paws off of her. For the love of Pete! Don't worry, Warren, I'm not exactly helpless, as you can see. Oh boy, what a gal. I hope she keeps that big ape up there forever. Hey, come on, have a heart. I was only trying to be friendly. I feel like I can get dizzy up here. Let me down, huh? This is embarrassing. Very well, I'll let you down. There, you're down. Ugh! I hope I wasn't too rough on the poor dear. Not at all, Gene. We don't use kid gloves here. We have to make our training as rough as possible to prepare ourselves for our mission in the outside world. That's what I wanted to ask. Just what exactly is our real mission, sir? Gene, there are many mutants walking the earth, and more are born each year. Not all of them want to help mankind. Some hate the human race and wish to destroy it. Some feel that the mutants should be the real rulers of Earth. It is our job to protect mankind from the evil mutants. At that very moment, just such a mutant prepares to strike, in a secret laboratory near Cape Citadel. The moment is at hand. All my months of preparation and planning shall now pay off. The human race no longer deserves dominion over the planet Earth. The day of the mutants is upon us. The first phase of my plan shall be to show my power, to make Homo sapiens bow to Homo superior. The mightiest rocket of all is about to be launched. Using maximum security precautions, the government feels nothing could prevent its successful flight. But here, miles from the launching site, I, the miraculous Magneto, alone shall make a mockery of their greatest effort. Ah, I could feel the irresistible waves of pure magnetic energy surging from me. Now, by exerting every iota of power, I can direct that energy upward, until it strikes the speeding missile, causing it to change direction, to falter, to lose altitude, to be completely, irrevocably destroyed. General, every phase of the launching was A-OK. There could only be one explanation. The bird was tampered with. But how? Even a microbe couldn't penetrate our top secret security measures. The next day, the shocking news is transmitted to a startled public. Incredible. It's almost as if a destructive ghost is running amok at the Cape. Extra, extra, another missile fails. Extra. But the worst is yet to come. Later that afternoon, at the heavily guarded fence surrounding the launching site. Keep that gun steady. Why is it quivering that way? We're not doing it, sir. It's moving by itself. Suddenly, like a living thing, the machine gun leaps into the air, it spins around, and begins to fire wildly in all directions. Run for cover! The gun is out of control! But the machine gun is not the only thing that suddenly, maddeningly seemed to go amok. Run! The tank is moving by itself! Gangway! It's impossible, and yet it's acting like it has a mind of its own, like it's trying to menace us. Within seconds, the entire installation is alarmed, as emergency measures are swiftly brought into play, and then, sound the alarm! Condition red! Alert the Pentagon! General, look above us, in the sky! Appearing as though by magic, over the heads of the astonished troops, huge letters take shape, composed of the dust particles from the air itself, skillfully magnetized into a message by an unseen mutant. Surrender the base, or I'll take it by force. Magneto. Magneto? What is Magneto? General, what does this mean? Is someone playing a grim prank? You saw that machine gun, that tank, rampaging out of control. This is no joke, Colonel. They are startled. Good. The element of surprise is in my favor. But they're making no move to surrender. Perhaps they need another demonstration of my power. I'll direct my magnetic impulses into this energizer to increase their power, and then I'll leave the helpless Homo sapiens with no room for doubt. An instant later, invisible waves of pure, powerful magnetic energy flow irresistibly into an underground silo where one of the democracy's silent sentinels await at the ready. And then, manipulated by a sinister intelligence many hundreds of yards away, the magnetic force lifts the silo head, activating the mighty missile. Demonstrating a power which the human brain is almost unable to comprehend, Magneto causes the grim rocket to fall into the sea many miles from shore, next to an unmanned target ship. But still, the thought of surrendering never crossed the minds of the fighting mad base personnel. Sergeant, order the guard double at every missile control center. Any rocket deemed a menace is to be destroyed instantly. Some power beyond our understanding is affecting our weapons. We must find this Magneto. General, look, the commotion at the main gate. It seems he has found us first. Hold it, Mac. If you're looking for a masquerade party, you come to the wrong place. Beat it. Well said, guard. What a pity you have no power to back up such impressive words. Your puny weapons cannot stop me. They can, eh? One little burst over your head will surely change your mind. What gives? The gun won't fire. The trigger seems locked in place. I can't even lift my gun. It feels like it weighs a ton. Now I'll merely alter my magnetic waves from positive to negative so that they will repel anything that comes within range. Nothing can touch me as I walk to my objective. We can't stop them. Call in the reinforcements. I'm way ahead of you, pal. But the additional reinforcements are equally powerless to stop the one-man invasion of the strategic base. It's like he's got an invisible barrier around him, hurling us away. There, by simply narrowing my magnetic waves all around the lesser humans, I can keep them confined to that area until I reach their officer in command. And finally, hold it, men. All right, whoever you are, if you got something to say, you got 60 seconds to say it. Wrong, General. I have all the time in the world, and now I, the miraculous Magneto, claim this entire installation in the name of Homo Superior. That does it. Take them, men. We'll show them that. What's that? We can't move out of this small area. It's like being encircled by an invisible living fence. That living fence, as you call it, is a symbol of my great power. It is a mighty shield of magnetic energy. And so I have now accomplished my first objective. Gentlemen, Camp Citadel is mine. Meanwhile, in a dormitory room at the world's most exclusive private school, Jean Grey is absorbed with her reflection in the full-length mirror, the reflection which reveals the new Marvel girl. Whoever designed this uniform could have given Christian Dior a run for his money. Where did the new doll go? Oh, there she is. Wowee. Looks like she was poured into that uniform. You again? Honestly. Can't a girl have any privacy around here? Easy, gorgeous. We're just passing by. Don't go getting mad. Suddenly, the youngster's bantering is forgotten as a sharp, commanding thought registers in the brain of each of them. Attention, X-Men. This is Professor Xavier. Report to my study immediately. You have 15 seconds. No excuses will be tolerated. Wow. Did any of you receive that mental blast? And how? It sounded like a trumpet's blare. Let's go. Exactly 15 seconds later. I commend you for your punctuality. I have just heard a bulletin on the radio which concerns you. You're speaking aloud. That means it's important. I never saw the professor like this. So grim. So intense. A crisis has occurred at Cake Citadel which leads me to believe that the first of the evil mutants has made his appearance. This will be your baptism of fire. You are to go to the Cape and defeat him. Yabo! Action at last! Gangway! Camp Citadel. Wherever the menace is, it must have evolved our missiles. Wonder who the mutant baddie is. I can get ready faster than the rest of you. All I have to do is ice up and put it on my boots. Look, we're having enough trouble with one guy in a cornball costume. Now who or what are X-Men? No time to explain, sir. I respectfully request you to hold your fire for 15 minutes while my partners and I go into action. Alright, we've got nothing to lose, but I feel like a dang fool. You won't regret it, sir. X-Men, attack! Hey, what's going on? It's freezing all of a sudden. Sorry, man. I'll be out of here in a second, and then you can warm up again. I'm saving my real big freeze for whoever's hiding behind that force field. At last, we'll have a chance to use all the training the professor gave us. Ugh, a walking snowman, a guy with wings flying above us. What's next? You'll see in a sec, soldier, when I leapfrog over you. Sorry, boys, I'm in a hurry, and this is the easiest way to clear a path for myself. Finally, the first of the X-Men reaches the force field and use your energy beam at a greater power. That magnetic field is stronger than it seems, Cyclops. Gosh, the professor is still in touch with us mentally, despite the distance between us. Yes, sir, Professor. I'll increase the beam's intensity now. I'm getting through. That's what was needed, a natural counterforce to batter the unnatural magnet. And now I'll switch it to maximal power. I can only maintain this pressure for a few seconds, but I did it! Behind the force field, the natural energy feedback weakens the startled Magneto. Some power is attacking me. Some power as superhuman as my own. I was staggered because I was unprepared for any such onslaught. But now that I'm forewarned, I can defeat any foe, no matter how superhuman he may be. But Magneto is soon to learn that he has more than one foe to contend with. He has the fighting band of X-Men. Cyclops almost knocked himself out, but he got us in there. Let's prove we can carry the ball. Look sharp, X-Men. You're facing a dangerous enemy. Ah, now I see my antagonists. 5 costume youths. Surely all their powers put together could be no match for mine. But I will let the base's hunter missiles do my fighting for me. They will hunt the 5 down, attracted by their body heat. And so, at the press of a button, Magneto unleashes 5 of the most sophisticated weapons ever created, all zeroed in on the X-Men. The first target for the merciless missiles is the Angel, flying closest to them. Gotta dodge him somehow. It's no use, they're too fast, gaining on me. Hang on, Angel. I can help you while they're still within range. These ice grenades mustn't miss. They're the Angel's only chance. Just as the hunter missiles are attracted by heat, so are the Iceman's ice grenades, attracted by the missile's speed, and so, bullseye! It worked! The ice covered their noses, preventing them from exploding. Now with their guidance systems knocked out, they gotta drop to the ground. But there's still one missile which was not hit, too far away for the Iceman to attack. Can't keep dodging it much longer! Angel, Laura, fly lower, come towards me, hurry! Okay, Beast, but what? Just wait and see, pal! Ha! Got it! Despite their seeming youth and inexperience, they are mighty antagonists. I must never again make the mistake of underestimating them, but I shall still prove to be their master. There he is! I found him! X-Men attack! Wrong, you flying fool! It is I, Magneto, who have found you! See how easily I can stop your flight by magnetically hurling every nearby object which is not bolted down. Not all those with mutant powers are fit to rule the Earth. You must be destroyed. Heads up, X-Men, here comes trouble. He ignited the rocket fuel. It's gonna blow up! Can't get out of the way in time. Only one thing to do. Stay close together. I'll cover us with an ice igloo shield. Now with them out of the way, nothing remains to interfere with the master plan of the miraculous Magneto. You haven't defeated me yet. I can still escape you, flying by means of magnetic propulsion. Ugh, he created another magnetic force field. Can't fly through. Don't worry, Angel, we'll breach it in no time. And breach it they do. But by that time, he's gone. But where? A meeting with his powers? He could be anywhere. But at least we've beaten him for now. Your base is operational again, General. Magneto is gone. Uncanny. Your 15 minutes are not yet up. You call yourselves the X-Men? I will not ask you to reveal your true identities, but I promise you before this day is over, the name X-Men will be the most honored in my command. Thank you, sir. And should America's security ever be threatened, the X-Men will be back. Well done, students. You have justified all our long hours of training, all our sacrifices, all our dreams. And now, return to me, my X-Men. You have just finished the newest, most unusual tale in the annals of modern magazines. But the best is yet to come. For fantasy at its greatest, don't miss issue number 2 of X-Men, the strangest superheroes of all.